Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. I love you guys. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay. I love everyone that is here. Okay. If you're not here, I love you too, I guess. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my show. Welcome back to my show. Please hit. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, Carol, Tammy, JB, Queen Ya. I hope I'm saying that right. Hope I'm saying that right. The Nalabi. Am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying it. Josie. Hi, Josie. Moxie. I like that name. Kamari. Hi, sweetheart. Queen Thomas. Megan. Hello. Bad Arse Woman. Hello, sweetheart. Love you, girl. Love you, baby girl. Pink Sugar High. Hello. Carolyn. I missed you. I love you. Moderator. My goodness. Hello, So Boo. I know the goddess. Janae, my baby. Super Caesar, my baby. It's Survive, my baby. Oh my God, I love you guys. Hello, everyone. Cecilia, everyone. Hello. Corey, hello. Overthoughts, hello. Shout out to Margot. I love all of you guys. Shout out to Top Notch. I love everyone that loves me. Oh my God. Hi, Gina. So it's a Hilaria. I hope I'm saying that right. Hello, Hilaria. That's watching from Oklahoma City. Yes. Girl, I flew out y'all city. Oh, girl. When me and my churn did a road trip down there, and I'm a girl. We flew out y'all city. We stayed in a hotel there, and I'm a girl. And we stayed in a hotel. And I mean, it was cute. I think we ate at Texas Roadhouse. I think that's where we ate at. Oh my God. But yeah, girl, we had to fly out your city, girl. But shout out to Oklahoma City, and I'm a girl. So I love y'all. So the title of the show says Diddy losing millions and will be arrested! Exclamation, not question mark, exclamation. Cuba Gooding Jr. and Young Miami next? Question mark. No, that's a question mark. TD Jakes rated next. OMG. Now, we've talked about how TMZ had came forward in November 2023 of last year with information, the feds, TMZ, they came forward with their information on an alleged investigation in a girl that was pending against Sean Combs, which is P. Diddy. Love, brother love. Justin Gay Combs, Sean, gay, whatever. Gay. And they came back with a retraction stating that there wasn't, an open investigation with the name Sean Combs on it, okay, that you can access. Now, there was this viral clip that was going around over there on Live Talk, over there on Live Talk, TikTok, where they lie in like 10 seconds. Absolutely. So over there on Live Talk, and I'm a girl, it was this girl over there, and she was playing this clip of this man speaking of TD Jakes and saying that there was going to be, well, that there is an open investigation on him, and Diddy was allegedly in a part of the investigation as well. And no one has technically confirmed that was true, but with the information about Diddy being true, the investigation that was going on, it will lead one to think that TD Jakes may be under investigation as well. Now, I also state that because in 2 lawsuits, in Cassie Ventura's lawsuit and in Lil Rod's lawsuit, TD Jakes has been mentioned. Okay. In Cassie's lawsuit, he was mentioned more of a witness, to where he witnessed certain things that had happened and did nothing about it, right? And in Diddy's lawsuit, the lawsuit with Lil Rod, it was being explained that TD Jakes was supposed to be helping Diddy with his image after the lawsuit with Cassie. So he was basically going to use TD Jakes's public Christian televangelist image to kind of mull over the whole Cassie allegations, right? So we're going to get into a little bit of that stuff too, okay? So that's why TD Jakes is in the title, if people wanted to know. All right, we're going to get into it. We absolutely are. Let me get into you guys with super stickers. Shout out to King Gemini. Says, we love you, Sean. Yes, oh my God, I love you too. Oh my God, I love you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I deserve it. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Shout out to Melanie. I love you, sweetheart. She says, hey, Sean, love you, but love you too, sweetheart. Love you. A shout out to Mally C. And kind of late to the show. I hope I didn't miss to merch. Girl, you didn't, girl. You're right on time. Fine, sublime, and right on time. Shout out to Winky Wright for the super sticker as well. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I love you guys. So let's get into, let's see. Hi, Chelsea. We have, okay, let me pull up the flying. Oh my God. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're, let's just get into this. Why not? Why not? All right. Diddy surfaces again. He's in public with freak off. He absolutely is. Look, you did not just bump into a freak off, Diddy. You did not just bump into him. He looked a lot like Jonathan Oddie. Ooh, Diddy. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Why you gonna take pictures with everybody? Why you take a picture with him queer? Why you take a picture with him queer? Look at here. Ho, ho, ho. Diddy. You hurry up and took a picture with him. Put your number in his phone, everything. And I'm a girl. Yays. Now you're trying to find willing participants. And I'm a girl. Diddy surfaces again, public again. This time with Stevie J in tow. And I'm a girl. Absolutely. You pause like a CMC be trying to play. Diddy is out and about in Miami, and he's even speaking now too. Evidence in a new clip that an influencer took of the mogul out in the wild, who also captured Stevie J. Fitness trainer and life coach and freak off, Wes Watson, who has more than 1 million followers on Instagram, posted a video and a photo on Friday that shows Diddy in a cafe in town called Pura Vida. Oh, that sound gay. And it looks like Puff was in a real good mood. Of course, it was a man. He gay. Of course, he was in a great mood. He saw a new freak off, and I'm a girl. Oh yeah, he was in a great mood. So yeah, so there's the boy. Let's hear it for the boy. So and I'm a girl. So guys, look, Kool-Aid smile. Look at Diddy. Look, y'all. Look, he outside 2:30 in the morning dark. Look, all we see is teeth. I was like, where is he? Where he at that guy Stevie J got on that white shirt? I said, who took this picture? What was the phone? Was this on a droid? Because and I'm a girl. The apple that's been off of would never. And I'm a girl. All I see is teeth. I was like, okay. Been on the beach there, buddy. And I'm a girl. So he out here real gay at this Coca Loma Gano girl. This cafe girl flashing a Kool-Aid smile and all that. He's super happy. He's super happy, and I'm a girl. He basically on his knees, and I'm a girl. He basically on his knees, and I'm a girl. Shout out to Kathy. Thank you so much for the cash app. Oh my God, thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you so much. So he basically already on his knees, and I'm a girl. Yes. So he has Stevie J in tow. He absolutely does have Stevie J right there. Stevie, I'm not going back to the strip club. Stevie is right there. Unclear which location this was specifically. There's a zillion of these in the area, but our bet is that it was one of the ones close to Diddy's homes there on Star Island. Anyway, check out the clip. Diddy flashes the L with his fingers and says love. He also says what's up to someone off camera and salutes them too. Funny enough, Wes actually caught Diddy's longtime bad boy collaborator and friend Stevie in the background as well. It's interesting that Stevie J showed up here because he was also recently named in a lawsuit alongside Diddy, which included a salacious allegation that turned out not to be true. Now, look at here, TMZ. Y'all really is getting on my nerves with this. Y'all is really getting on my nerves with this. It is not Lil Ra's fault Rodney Jones' fault that Diddy is slow and gay. Okay, that's not his fault. It really is not. In the lawsuit, which I can pull up, he states that Diddy said that that was Stevie J in the video, not him saying that this is actually Stevie J. He's not saying that himself. Lil Rod is not saying, here's the video of Stevie J's porn. No, he's saying this is the video. Diddy, okay, gay showed me and said it was Stevie J to entice me to just go on ahead and just let him take that because Stevie J doing it too. And he know that he looked up to Stevie and I'm a J and I'm a girl. Okay. So he looked up to him. He knew that. So that's what he was referring to, Harvey. So get it right. Stevie J is also in this lawsuit and I'm a girl. He was mentioned at that point. Him being in the lawsuit of him being a freak off and allegedly bringing women and helping Diddy Affic and I'm a girl. He's in there for that too. He has not been exonerated of that. What about that has been proven false, Harvey? Stop trying to make it seem like Stevie shouldn't even be in the lawsuit. Yes, he should. He absolutely should. 100%. Mm-hmm. He should be in the lawsuit because he is definitely a freak off. For sure. So yeah, get that right. Stop saying that. That's annoying. Okay. He's saying that Diddy's slow and showed him the video and said that it was Stevie J. That's all. It's interesting that Stevie J showed up. Yeah, we ever at that part. There's another guy rolling in their crew, but it's unclear who he might be. In any case, the point is Diddy is stepping out and living his life. More evidence he's not hiding out. Why would he be hiding out though? Why would he be hiding out though? That TMZ, I'm over you. I'm over TMZ. Let's keep going. I'm over TMZ. I'm over it. I'm over it. I am over it. I'm over it, girl. Over it. Let's get into this since TMZ trying to make, oh, he's not hiding. He's not hiding. He can't hide from the inevitable. Diddy's houses were raided by law enforcement. What does this mean for the music mogul? So I think it's important why I have it in my title that Diddy will be arrested. Hi, Cammy. I love you, Cammy. Moderator. I love you, Cammy. So Tip West. I love you too. I got Tip West. I love you. So y'all, it's important to know this, what it means that he was raided, right? With Diddy being raided, raids as big as the one that happened with Diddy, simultaneous raids, meaning multiple places at once. When it gets to a raid, it means that they have a lot of evidence, okay? And usually when they do, because sometimes they don't have to do raids at all. Sometimes the evidence that is placed is enough. You know, it's where they don't even need to go any further, right? So not in all cases like this, raids happen. Raids happen for specific reasons. And in this case, with the raids, it was more so in what the federal agents, the Homeland Security, is basically saying that they wanted to go and get this information because they need it for their case. Because again, Diddy is powerful. They need it for their case and they don't want anything to get destroyed and whatnot in the process. And they've been pinpointed by other substantial evidence that they have to certain places. So in order to get this raid done as well, something criminal, okay, for the people in the back, because the ones that say, oh, Diddy's not going to jail, they're not going to die. Okay. Criminal evidence against that person for the raid. So this isn't just oh, we're going in to see if we can find anything. No, we're going in because of a bunch of criminal activity. 100%. Okay. They're not going in there on something civil. No, criminal. That's why they came in weapons ablazing and whatnot, because what the information that they had, it was all type of stuff that they have proof of. Okay. Evidence is proof of. Okay. Receipt. That's what that rare. Okay. So I want to get that out there to everybody. This is a criminal investigation. Right now, it is an investigation. When they put their investigation together, that is when charges come about. So if people are wondering, well, why isn't he arrested already? It's a lot of information. Okay. It's a lot of information. So it's going to take time to put all this stuff together. This is big. This is huge. Okay. That's why it's also giving, they did a raid this big so that they could also hide things. Because they're not going to convince me that this raid was just on Diddy. No. Mm-mm. It's also on the people that he's connected to. The Prince Charleses, the Bill Clintons, and people like that. Because he's connected to all those people. All those people have visited his homes, parties, all type of stuff. Okay. So this is big. This is massive. Okay. So it's going to take time. Now it's not going to take months and years and all of that stuff. No. No. This lawsuit, because people think that Lil Rod is being quiet like Diddy paid him off. What was just updated on the 25th by Tyrone Blackburn, Lil Rod's lawyer? They want to take this to trial. They're not trying to settle. They could have settled already. Diddy has already reached out to Lil Rod multiple times trying to settle with him. Multiple times. Rod has said no. So Rod's not hiding from Diddy. Now, he may be hiding from the threats and whatnot, but he's not like literally like hiding because Diddy paid him and no. There is no settlement. This is an ongoing lawsuit. Okay. If there was a settlement, we will all know already. Like everybody would be live talking about Lil Rod settled. No, there is no settlement. And I think that because you see what Cassie's lawsuit sparked the investigation, because the investigation did not start until November 2023 of the King and all of that stuff. Okay. That's when it started in New York. So what it's starting there, Cassie settled, and he settled the lawsuit within 24 hours, right? So it would have been scrapped. There's only so much information that they could use from it, which is the one that Cassie made public, not like the full lawsuit within itself, to get more information, more evidence against Diddy for criminal activity, for doing criminal things, R-wording, African, all type of stuff, having her carry around the weapons and allegedly Uggs and stuff like that. All of that stuff, So that's why with this Lil Rod lawsuit, they're taking action immediately. Like they're not waiting. Because a civil lawsuit can easily turn into a criminal case. Easy. Super easy for that to happen, because with most crimes, there is no statute of limitation. So it is what it is. There's a lot more to come with this, and we're going to get into that as well. But let's get into what is her name? What is her name? Okay. Let's get, because I don't want to read all the stuff we already know. I would rather skip that stuff and get to the good part. Okay, here we go. So I'll read this first so we can figure out who they're talking to. So on Monday afternoon, a helicopter for local Los Angeles news station Fox 11 captured footage overhead as dozens of law enforcement personnel fanned out on the grounds of what was purportedly Combs Homely Hills mansion in West LA. Video showed Homeland Security investigations agents entering the home with their weapons drawn and removing several people who were inside while executing the search warrant. Los Angeles Police Department vehicles and officers also cordoned off the residential street to onlookers. When reached out for comment regarding a case on Combs, a Homeland Security investigation spokesperson said in a statement to U.S. Today that Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles. So what does executing law enforcement actions mean? According to Rebecca Lonergan, a professor of Loring, skills at USC, a good school of law, and associate director of the Legal Writing and Advocacy Program, HSI taking the helm in the raids combined with context over the recent civil lawsuits against Combs means it's likely prosecutors are conducting an ex-African investigation that could potentially result in criminal charges. Her quote, "It means they've got evidence of criminality." Okay, that means they have evidence that you have committed crimes. That is what that means. And I'm a girl, the raid, that's what the raid is, because there's evidence of criminal activity. They have proof. She says they're looking for corroboration of the evidence. The fact they are doing a coordinated execution of search warrants simultaneously in multiple locations means their investigation is fairly far along. So for them to be raiding Diddy or anything like that at all means that they are far in their investigation, that they have a lot, that they are to the point to where they're about to take him down, to where they're at the point to where they're about to start putting charges onto him. So they need to get the finished proof of the corroborating evidence to put that what they already have as evidence to literally nail put the nail in the coffin. Because again, he's powerful. So they need as much as they can. But it sounds like from what this professor of lawyering says is that if they're doing simultaneous raids, they're far in their investigation. They're to the point of arrest, is where it is, because that's pretty much what's the only thing left to do, is file the criminal charges and arrest said individual. So again, if people think that he's not going to get arrested, yes, he is. Oh, trust. Give it time. Just like with the investigation started in November. They're just executing this warrant now in March. So it took time. So with all the stuff that they took from the home, that's going to take time. And they have to put the stories together, linking them. This day was this day. This accusation is with this accusation. Now we have camera footage of this actually going on. So type of situation. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So if people think that Diddy's not going to jail, y'all got another thing coming. Yes, he is. They're not doing all of this for nothing. Search warrants generally happen pre-indictment, before charges. Let me read that again. Search warrants generally happen pre-indictment, before charges, but they don't happen as one of your first steps, because as soon as you do a warrant, you're openly targeting the person. So once the warrant is done, they know for a fact that you have an investigation on them. So if they didn't know that you were investigating them, that they were a target, they know now. They know now. So that's why she's saying it's usually one of the things that it's not one of the first things that they do, because you don't want them to know that they are being targeted. Again, that's why I said with the TMZ retraction that was done of the investigation that was said to be happening to Diddy in New York. With it's not a coincidence that it's the same place when the investigation does come to the forefront. That with that being said, with the investigation coming to the forefront, it's the same thing with this. They made TMZ retract so that Diddy could keep moving how he was moving. They didn't want him to stop. Keep doing what you're doing so we can catch you right in the act. And I'm my girl. So they didn't want him to, because he hear in the media and stuff, everybody's like, oh, there's an open investigation on him and blah, blah, blah. And, they're like, oh, well, wait, we got a lot more we need to do, before it gets to that point. We don't need the public knowing, anything that we are doing. We want him to keep moving the way he's moving, breaking the law, how he breaking the law. So when it's time for us to bring him down, we have even more evidence against him for doing recent things, not just RICO charges from stemming back from the day. We can get him now if he's still doing these things now, because the reports are that. Again, with the African charges and this lawsuit, the lawsuit is not just Lil Rod. Jane Doe, is still anonymous. The Jane Doe that's suing Diddy for Africaing her. She was underage, allegedly, at that time when he flew her out of state. When he flew her to where he was going. When she got on a plane with him and Harvey Pierre, that is Africaing, and she was not of age. She was not. So I'm sure she has receipts backing what she's saying. Those are charges too. Those are RICO as well. So again, it's not just Lil Rod, it's not just Cassie. No, it's a plethora of people, because these people are coming forward with evidence backing what they are saying about this individual, and these are crimes. They ain't coming forward talking about some, because stealing is still a crime, but if you can't prove a person stole from you, then it's kind of your word against theirs. It's kind of like with Diddy and Lil Rod. Diddy was supposed to pay Lil Rod $20,000 per track. I believe he chose 6 of the tracks or something like that. And he was supposed to pay him $20,000 per track. He did not. He did not. Instead, he went and got another producer. But Lil Rod has to prove that. Prove that, he said, and I'm a girl. So this is different. This is not what it has been before. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So, so she said it's generally not one of the first steps you do, because they don't want people to know that they're being targeted. Okay, who are Shandy? I'm sure we don't care about that. Moving right along. So, I did want y'all to hear that he is going down, and then on top of that, hold on. Let me pull this up too. So y'all can show y'all. It's when we say it's about to go down with Diddy, it's about to go down. Hold on. Now, this is the woman, Natanya, that got pop-out in the face by Diddy in the club back in the day with Shine, right? She is so hell-bent and willing to be helpful in getting Diddy that she's willing, because when she got pop-out in the face by Diddy, there are still fragments inside of her face. Okay, so Diddy pop-out her in the face inside of the nightclub in 99. And there are still fragments because she got pop-out in the nose. So it's still fragments, right? She's willing to have them taken out so that they can be tested against that weapon to make sure that those charges come up on Diddy. Hold on, listen.
Are now saying that Diddy didn't even want to take a plea deal in the 1999 club shooting because he was, quote, so sure of his innocence. They also said that information from someone who is claiming things that aren't true, who's looking for a payday. They said payday is not going to change that. Natanya Rubin joins us once again now. Natanya, we appreciate your time again. First of all, I want to know your reaction to these people now around Diddy who are coming out in support of him, saying that he was so sure of his innocence and that that's the reason he didn't take a plea deal in the case that you were involved in where you got shot.
So first and foremost, Brian, thank you for having me back on. And I give very little credibility to what they're saying, because while everyone else is Monday morning quarterbacking, I am the survivor. And it is my assertion wholeheartedly that Mr. Combs was inappropriately charged originally. His charges should have mirrored that of Mr. Jamal Shine Barrow. He should have been charged with attempted murder, a reckless endangerment, criminal possession of a weapon, and firing that weapon in an open environment.
Correct. He should have been charged with all of that. I said, these charges is Diddy charges, because she said that he did that, not Shine. So she is absolutely correct. Absolutely. This ain't got nothing to do with no lawsuit. She already sued him and she won. She still is due justice, because when she was pow-powed in the face, I'm gonna give up. If she took a check, so what? That's the least he could have did. That's the least he could have did. She had medical bills and stuff like that to take care of anyway. So, oh well. Criminal charges should still be filed against him for what he did to her. And he running around, even in the lawsuit, bragging about it. Like telling people, yeah, I'm the one who actually the one pow the people in the club. That was me. Bragging about it and bragging about getting away with it.
Bring up Shine, one of the questions that I've gotten several times since the last time we spoke to you is that people want to know whether you believe that Shine was convicted of a crime he didn't commit, because he is the one who ultimately...
Absolutely not. Jamal Shine Barrow admitted on the Combat Jack podcast back in the days, rest in peace to Combat Jack, he admitted that he fired his gun and shot Julius Jones in the shoulder. Mr. Combs did not have accountability for what he did. I physically pulled back.
Correct. So what she is saying is this. Back in the day, Sean basically said he didn't do it to her. Okay? So he admits that he did pop out. Oh boy, I did. But that was it. He didn't say nothing about her. So let me say he didn't do it. That's him saying, I popped that person. Her. I don't know about that. I had nothing to do with that. You gotta ask who did it, because it wasn't me. And I'm a girl. So yeah. Makes complete sense. Makes complete sense. Diddy needs to be held accountable. Sean, what he got, you deserved it, because you did pop out somebody. You did. It just wasn't me. He needs to be, so the charges that Sean got about the attempted, murder and all of that stuff, it wasn't for her. When she got pop out in the face, it's like nothing happened. It's like nothing happened. When I say Diddy got away with pop out this woman in the face scot-free, he did. Besides the lawsuit, which she is the only person, will except Cassie. Now Cassie makes 2 that has successfully sued Diddy. Okay, she was the first one, early 2000s. Got her coin, and then Cassie came just last year, 2023. So no charges ever came up about her. This woman was innocently in a club, got pop out in the face, and nobody was held accountable for it. No one, not even Shine. No one was held accountable for it. It's like it didn't happen. Literally, that's how forgotten this. I'm like, wow. And this Black woman was saying from day one, even when they did surgery on her face, the night that they took her into emergency surgery after the club, after she got pop out, she said it was Sean Combs. She said it was Diddy. Told the police, everybody that had listened, it was Diddy. Puff popped me. I remember, I saw him. He had an aim, and it was him. It was not Shine. Shine did not do this to me. And they ignored her completely.
Better to tell you what happened than the person who got shot smack dab in between my eyes.
Back then, Natanya, do you feel like they had made up their mind about who they were going to blame for this before they even talked to you, or?
Listen, here's what I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Respectability politics. He was a notable figure. He was a multimillionaire. He had popularity, fame, all of a perfect storm of you get away with it. We know the country we live in. Unfortunately, those who have the money can oftentimes get away with their crimes. Unfortunately, and those who don't have the same social ranking are overlooked. And that's
absolutely correct, because that is how this was. If this woman had any bit of fame, stardom, anything like that back in the day, then it's like they wouldn't have been able to avoid it. Like the Megan Thee Stallion situation and stuff like that. They wouldn't have been able to avoid it. But honestly, if Tory Lanez was with a groupie that night, if what happened to Megan happened to Kelsey, I promise you, it wouldn't be near what it was. It would have been small fraction of how massive it was. It was so massive because these are 2 stars. It's the same thing with Chris Brown and Rihanna. These are 2 stars. Ike and Tina, Whitney, Bobby. Some of these are stars. So it's automatically relevant. It's going to be everywhere and everything. Since she was just a bystander in a club, she's still a human being. Bystander in a club, since she doesn't have any fame or anything to her name, it's just, oh well. They didn't even include this woman in the charges. This woman got pop out in her face and said the same person did it since the day it happened. She never changed. She never said, I don't know who did it. I didn't see the person. She didn't say none of that. The surgeon wrote down in the notes that while putting her under anesthesia, she kept saying that Puff Daddy pop out me. She kept saying it. It's in the notes. Because everyone's mandated reporters, but again, law enforcement, medical professionals and stuff like that, they're held to a different standard. Social workers, stuff like, you're held to a different standard. Like you can lose your job, by not reporting things, type of situation. So the doctor had to write it down, and it was criminal because what happened to her was criminal. Somebody had, pop out her. So they had to write it down, and they were putting her under anesthesia. So it's important to write down anything that the person is stating, even while in pain, or anything like that, because I'm sure that was an insufferable pain to be pop out in the face. I'm sure she was in agony, but she came in there in agony saying that it was puffy. She got anesthesia saying that it was puffy, and she woke up saying that it was puffy. That's all that mattered. No charges were brought on Diddy, and he was exonerated from his charges with the incident in its entirety.
What has happened by the grace of God, God saw fit to keep me whole, keep my mind sane and functioning, and keep me alive for such a time as this. And make no mistake, the gravity of the danger and the peril that I face and that I'm exposed to for having my say now, for what was done to me 24 years ago, is not lost on me. But let me make clear beyond a shadow of a doubt, I am not now, nor have I ever been suicidal. I love life, and I'm grateful that God spared my life back on that fateful day on December 27th, 1999. I'm a living miracle.
Yeah, you are
And
clearly
so,
a
if
very
anything.
Sorry to
And I'm
interrupt you, but
also
you
a
are
healthy
a
woman.
very strong woman. I mean, that is very,
Thank
very
you.
clear. And you have done
I
your
appreciate
research,
that.
and you deserve to have your voice heard, which is one of the reasons.
And I think it's important for me to say I'm a healthy woman. I live a simple, quiet, risk-averse life. So if I should meet with an untimely demise, it would require and be worthy of deep investigation.
Period. Okay? Now, she ain't famous. She ain't got no gated community homes, security guards, bodyguards, and all of that stuff. So this woman like, no, look at here. No, you're going to let me get this out on TV. If anything happens to me, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm not sick. I ain't been out of the country. None of that. So I don't have C-19. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm 100%. Now, if I sneeze after I leave here, if I even burp, now I'm saying this to y'all on national TV. I'm a healthy person. Ain't no wrong with my house. Ain't no wrong with my stairs and none of that. My car ain't got no gas leak, nothing. And I'm a girl. That's why she said, I am not idol. Y'all hear her? Y'all remember Rewinded? She said, I'm not idol. You ain't gonna come nowhere. If you come in the room and I'm like this, Craig, it wasn't me, Craig. Investigator Craig. I don't do no Uggs, nothing. And I'm a girl. Ain't no needle marks to me, nothing. Okay? Now y'all hear her. She letting y'all know ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm healthy. I ain't idol. None of that stuff. Listen to this woman, okay?
Danger and the peril that I face and that I'm exposed to for having my say now, for what was done to me 24 years ago, is not lost on me. But let me make clear beyond a shadow of a doubt. I am not now, nor have I ever been suicidal.
Y'all hear?
Love life, and I'm grateful that God spared my life back on that fateful day on December 27th, 1999. I'm a living miracle.
Yeah, you are
And
clearly
so,
a very.
Anything.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
yes, don't interrupt her.
You are a very strong woman. I mean, that is very, very clear.
Yeah, and shut up and let the strong woman finish
and
talking.
You have done your research, and you deserve to have your voice heard. Which
Tell
is
us, girl. And I think it's important for me to say I'm a healthy woman. I live a simple, quiet, risk-averse life. So if I should meet with an untimely demise, it would require and be worthy of deep investigation. I understand the peril of what I am exposing my life to.
Correct. So she says, I know what the tea is. Okay? Okay? Look, I'm not trying to end up like Kim Porter, none of that. Look, I'm not sick. I'm not coughing. I'm good. I'm a picture health. I love life. I ain't idol. I love being here. I love being here. No, you tried it. If anything happens to me, it needs to be investigated thoroughly. That's why she's saying this for protection. So she can let him know on national TV. She says, I know what I'm getting myself into. I know what this is. I know what he do to people. I know. I mean, hell, he popped me in the face. Like, are you kidding me? This woman could have passed. By a miracle, she lived. She could be gone. But she know what he do. He did it to her. And I'm a girl. He did it to her. So I'm fine, is what she's saying. I know what I'm getting into. Look at here.
If
Yeah,
God
it's disturbing to hear you say that. I mean, but
to have my say, it's disturbing for me to think it and feel it. But
Yeah.
I am healthy. I don't have any intentions of going anywhere. I'm grateful that God spared me, and I plan to live out my life to see my children's lives actualized and realized.
Right.
well,
I don't want to play against
we-
semantics. The
we
cops-
appreciate you coming on again, Natanya. I mean, I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you were able to respond to this latest statement from people around Diddy, and we'll continue to give you a voice on this. So thank you,
Thank you.
Natanya.
It's dismissive to think that if someone files a lawsuit that they should be ridiculed.
Yeah.
If I didn't suffer, I'm willing to have a doctor remove a part of the 9mm bullet in my face so that they can use it as evidence if need be for this trial. And
You-
She is willing to go back under surgery, okay, which the surgery would be dangerous because that's why they left it there in the first place. Okay, so it would be dangerous to remove. But, and it's been there 20 something years. So she says she's willing to go into surgery if they don't have the evidence somewhere, because y'all know how with making the Pegasus and them, girl, how the fragments that was in her foot just magically disappeared, and stuff like that. So she's saying, look at here, if the evidence is already gone from the millimeter, the 9, and I'm a girl, they can look, go right on up in there and take the rest of them fragments if they need to as evidence. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. She is serious. She ain't playing no games. She's like, yeah, they can even do that. And even they even took the commenter, the interviewer off, took him by surprise. Listen.
If I'm willing to have a doctor remove a part of the 9mm bullet in my face so that they can use it as evidence if need be for this trial. And
You
it may
are.
cost me my
You
life,
would be
but
willing to do that now?
I'm willing to do.
Oh my gosh.
So what do they?
Diddy. Ho, ho, ho. This is why she said what she said about her life, because she knows this type of stuff is very incriminating against Diddy. Very incriminating.
To say to that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have 9 bullets. I'm sure I can spare one.
Okay. Well, we'll be in touch. We'll see how this moves forward. There's a lot of moving parts with Diddy right now. So, okay. Thank you, Natanya.
Thanks so much for watching.
Period. Hold on. Let's get into more. Hold on. Hold on. Diddy. Diddy. Take that. Take that. Now, my girl, she said she would take the fragments out. I'm like, wow. She ain't playing no games. No. Right here. One of Diddy's background dancers, Diddy's backup dancer reveals horrific experience with rapper after federal agents raid homes. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Let's pull that up. Boom. Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. So, since the raids, other famous figures have weighed in on case, including rapper 50 Cent. A former backup dancer of Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs, has spoken out to reveal her horrific experience with the rapper after his, hold on, let me see, can I just go to that? Right, yeah, right here. TV host Tanika Ray says she had a horrific experience with Diddy. Avoid him at all costs. Okay, so let's get into what she said. Tamika Ray, a TV host and one-time backup dancer for Sean Diddy Combs, said she had a horrific experience with the rapper that caused her to avoid him. Ray wrote in a social media post that she knew to avoid him at all costs. Her quote, I just knew to avoid him at all costs. Yes, I danced for him and kept my space. I interviewed him for his projects and kept my space. Nothing that is happening is surprising, she wrote, according to page 6. A lawsuit filed in November has accused Diddy of running an trafficking operation, hitting cameras in his homes, and forcing plaintiff's music producer Rod Jones into having sex with workers and other claims. Federal agents searched Diddy's LA and Miami homes on Monday and arrested his alleged mule, Brendan Paul, who was caught allegedly carrying Schnane onto Diddy's private plane. Combs has strongly denied all of the allegations made against him. He has not been charged. Okay, girl. Okay, so let's keep going. Ray said that she probably will never tell the horrific event that allegedly occurred between her and Diddy. Then, like, why say anything at all? Oh yeah, she says, we all have stories. Seriously, we all have stories. She said in a video posted to social media, mine is horrific and only 5 people know it. And I probably will never tell it. But since then, I've been like, yep. She said she did not want to revisit the incident because she did not want to re-traumatize herself. Women just want to live every day and feel safe. And when we revisit, we live in a state of victimhood, and nobody wants to live there, she said. She also referenced Cassie, Diddy's former protege and ex-girlfriend, who sued him for URS in November. A quote, now, if someone needs to pile on my story, give me a call. But I think Cassie got it. The lawsuit was settled the day after it was filed. So people coming forward, they absolutely are. They absolutely are. They sick of Diddy-ish. They're like, look at here, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. This is how you know the elite has everything to do with this. Your time is up, Diddy. Your time is up. Let's keep going. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. So let's get into this Daily Mail article. Feds set to widen Diddy X probe over claims rapper boasted about pow-powing people, bribing jurors, and using J-Lo as a GUN mule. Okay, so even this is coming up now to where the trial that he had before with Shine, it's getting spicy. It is heating up. Okay. Natanya, the woman that we just watched that was pop out in the face by Diddy. Let me remove this. Okay. With her saying that she is willing to remove the fragments out of her face as evidence, no one was ever charged for what happened to her. She even told the jurors and even had her doctor, the surgeon that did her face, testify on her behalf and state that about the fragments and whatnot, and that who she told him did it. The jury still didn't believe her. The jury still didn't believe her, now my girl. Still didn't believe her. So there are no charges against the person that pow-powed her in the face. Basically, the person is still at large. Still large. Still a crime. You can still get charged for it. So with her willing to take the fragments out of her face so that Diddy can be charged is serious. Like, this is on a whole nother level. It's not like someone was charged of it, like Shine. Even now, I don't know if there was too much that they could do. Say Diddy really pop out the person that Shine got in trouble for. I don't know how much they could do about that. The sentence, I don't know. Now I know double jeopardy only works against if the same person is being charged with the crime. I don't know about I don't know if double jeopardy would. I don't know. That's a whole nother story. But anyways, there was no charges brought up against the person that did what they did to her by pow-powing her in the face. So now she can do as such, and not only that, there's still fragments in her face. So she's literally walking around with the evidence in her face. Show you how God works. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. He thought that he got away with it. And any evidence that was out back then, I'm sure it's probably gone by now. I'm sure it was, if it was jurors and stuff paid, it was people paid to get rid of the evidence, right? She walking around with it in her face. Yeah. She's walking around with the evidence to put him behind bars. So he couldn't take it from her if she wanted to. That's why I believe as well, she was stating that, you know, she's in perfect, or she's in good health. She's not idle, you know, or anything like that, because in order to get rid of the evidence, if she doesn't do the surgery prior, then it would just be more so like getting rid of her. So if she passes away, the evidence goes with her body. Type of situation is what it's giving. So I believe that's another reason she was just like, hey, if anything happens to me, go into deep investigation because I'm fine. My health is great, you know, all of that. Because she knows how deep this is. This is really deep. So let's get into this article. It says almost 25 years ago, just after 2:30 a.m. on a cold winter night, 3 NYPD detectives were called to the Midtown North precinct. Rap impresario Sean Combs, then known as Puffy, his girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, his bodyguard Anthony Wolf Jones, that is Justin's father. That's Justin Combs' daddy. And rapper Jamal Shine Barrow had been arrested following a powwowing inside of a Times Square club that wounded 3 bystanders. The cops found Lopez, then 30, cuffed in the cage. Combs was also in the station house on West 54th Street. His plans for a spectacular celebration of the new millennium a few days later temporarily on hold. Okay, let's keep going. 2 law enforcement sources tell the Post that the infamous powwowing and the trial could possibly be re-investigated as part of a sweeping federal probe into Combs, now 54, and called Diddy, whose past includes more than one mysterious powwowing. So with Lil Rod putting inside of the lawsuit that Diddy was bragging about getting away with powwowing people inside of the nightclub, which Netanya would have been one of those people. With that happening, again, he has receipts. He has audio, all of that, of Diddy saying these things, bragging about. He has audio proof of Diddy saying that he did the club powwowing. He has it recorded. This is big. Okay, so that's evidence right there. Strike one. You have the victim coming forward stating that no one was charged for what happened to me. He was acquitted, you know, and all of that and whatnot. I'm willing to come forward and bring set evidence to ... It's getting worse. This is not good. This is not good. So now, why wouldn't this be up for grabs? They're going to stick as many charges on him as possible. As possible. Okay? This being, and we haven't even gotten to Tupac yet. If y'all don't think that they're going to put charges on him, if they are, they're charging Keefe D so that they can charge Diddy. We have the audio of Keefe D being in an interview with federal agents outing Diddy as the person that put the bounty on Tupac Shakur's head. If y'all think that ain't gonna fall back onto Diddy, y'all out of your rabbit. Okay, they're gonna pile as many charges on him as possible. You have to. The more powerful the person, the harder it is to take them down. So you need a lot. When before surviving R. Kelly and all of that stuff, R. Kelly was fine. He had money, all that. He was getting royalties, writing for people. All that. He was still going on tour. He was still making plenty of money. He went from making plenty of money and being fine to broke. To broke. You don't think they're going to do the same thing to Diddy? They've been doing it to Diddy. Receipts talk. Let's go to that. Let's go to receipts. Let's go to receipts. Okay. Sean Diddy Combs' $1 billion fortune at risk after bombshell allegations. How music mogul created his empire. Okay, now let's get into this. Yeah, we know about the raids. Moving right along. Okay, right here. Here's how Combs earned his wealth. His success and wealth aren't new. In 2002, Forbes named him one of America's richest 40 under 40, with an estimated net worth of $293.7 million. The rapper's ventures into the world of business began at the same time he released his first rap album, No Way Out, in 1997.
They're waiting for you.
Yeah, close. Man, that was cute. A rap venture into the world of business that began at the same time he released his first album, No Way Out, 1997. The musician also launched his first clothing label, Sean John, the same year. The brand landed the Bloomingdale's in 1998 and now brings in an annual revenue exceeding $525 million, Macy's reported. Additionally, Sean John invested in the brand Zach Posen in 2004. By 2008, Combs' clothing brand had acquired Liz Claiborne's brand. How do you say that? NC? For $20 million, according to Fortune. Combs eventually signed an agreement with Macy's in 2010 to make the department store the sole distributor of his brand. Combs isn't just the music and clothing, isn't in just the clothing and music business. He's also one of the many celebrities to work with an alcohol brand. In 2007, Combs entered a 50-50 partnership with alcohol brand Diageo, which was designed to increase sales of product. The partnership focused on Ciroc vodka and De Leon tequila and earned the rapper an estimated $60 million annually, according to reports. As of 2023, Diageo now owns 100% of Ciroc and De Leon. Yeah, I think he acted. No one cares. In 2022, Combs bought cannabis production facilities and retail stores in several states, a deal worth $185 million, Fortune reported. Okay. And that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, that's it. So let's get into this. So he got a deal for $185 million in 2022 for this cannabis. Okay. And then he had Diageo, which he got $60 million annually. Now let's get to the breakdown. And then you got Sean John. Okay. So he had rebought the branding of Sean John and was going to sell it again. And then in the same year, which he did in 2023, in the same year, he got hit with the Cassie lawsuit. So Sean John was null and void. All right. Then you move on to Diageo, which he was getting $60 million from right here annually. So each year, pretty much, he's making $60 million off of the brand, just sitting back, showing it at parties and whatnot, not doing much. But still, while he was asleep making $60 million, Diageo has cut ties with Diddy. So 100% of Ciroc and De Leon is now owned solely by Diageo. Okay, so that $60 million annually is gone as well. Okay, and he makes $0 pretty much at this point off of Sean John. So Sean John's gone. Bad Boy Records is gone. His clothing, music and clothing brand is gone, and liquor brand is gone. And then for $185 million, he did a deal with this cannabis company. And that was in 2022. Well, sad to say, which was before Cassie. This is how you know the elite was already planning on getting rid of Diddy. Mm-hmm. Diddy's $185 million cannabis deal goes put after company merger fails. Okay. Diddy will have to find another cannabis company to capitalize on, as the Bad Boy mogul extended $185 million to purchase and acquire a pair of marijuana operations is no longer going down. Sources with direct knowledge tell us Diddy waited in the wings as Cresco Labs and Columbia Care planned their proposal merger that was agreed upon last year. However, we're told the shareholders never reached an agreement, and Diddy's deal was terminated earlier this week as a consequence. Diddy's team tells us he and his Combs global empire still have a vested interest in pursuing opportunities to diversify the cannabis industry. They just have to find the perfect fit. Absolutely. The move would have made Diddy the owner of 9 stores throughout New York, Massachusetts, and Illinois, with each having its own production facility, effectively making him the biggest Black cannabis business owner. Gets it on to the next one. Okay. So this would have put Diddy in the billionaire bracket, having Diageo and then having owning these dispensary companies with 9 stores throughout multiple states throughout America. So and they would have had their own like manufacturing companies and stuff like that. So he would have made a lot of money off of it. And the deal started in 2022. Cassie sued in 2023. The deal was already kaput before Cassie's lawsuit came out. Now, it's not a coincidence that Diageo was already ending their deal with Diddy. Diddy sued them and said that it was they were separating from him because he was Black, basically, racial reasons, pulling the racial card, racial discrimination, and all of that. And then when Cassie came out with her lawsuit, they added in that the reason they wanted to cut ties with him was because of everything that he had going on with Cassie. They knew prior. The elite was already getting rid of Diddy. They were already getting rid of him. That was already going on. It absolutely were. That's what that were. It was already going down. And they knew because when you're in the elite, you know things, before other people. So yeah, Diddy is losing millions upon millions upon millions upon millions. Okay. Effectively, just since the year started, not counting the money that he's giving Cassie, he's already lost upwards of like $300 million. Over $300 million. His schools, which he was using for, I believe, multiple things, they're on the verge of being shut down. Because he has technically 2 schools, 2 locations, but only 1 school is open. His charter schools or whatever, they're in the process of being shut down. They are really getting rid of him. The Love album that he did was supposed to help him a lot, going on tour with it, bringing bad boy artists. That's another reason why he was, low-key trying to give them back their royalties and rights to their music and whatnot, publishing, because he wanted to try to get a lot of them to go on tour with him so he could have a successful tour because it could rake in millions of dollars. But no, it did not work out in his favor. So yeah, Diddy is, if this keep going how it's going, that money is going to dry up. Again, it's a difference when you're super rich and you have a lot of money coming in. Because people keep saying Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a very wealthy man. So he has a lot of money saved. And on top of the money he has saved, he has a lot of money coming in due to all his business ventures. When it comes to Diddy, not so much. It's to the point now to where there's way more money coming out than it's going in. Paying for all these expensive attorneys, living these lavish lifestyles and all of this stuff, that it takes money to live that life, to have the team of people that he has working for him, doing the stuff that they're doing. It's to the point now. He's already, one bank I hear Diddy owes them like upwards of like $115 million loans that he took out. So again, people aren't as rich as you just because a person, you look on the web and whatnot, oh, Diddy's so rich. It's not, looks can be very deceiving. I'll say that. There's plenty of people that get on social media every day with designer stuff on and live with somebody. It's not the fact that they can't afford rent. They ain't even got no place, no car, none of that. But you know, they could look a certain way. Nails done, hair done, makeup on fleek, nice clothes on, designer bag, all of that stuff. So yeah, they can look wealthy, but are they? Are you though? You know. So it's the same thing with Diddy, 100%. Let's get into TD Jakes. So TD Jakes' relationship with Diddy under scrutiny again in wake of raid lawsuits. Absolutely. The relationship between televangelist TD Jakes and music mogul Sean Diddy Combs have come under a renewed public scrutiny following raids of two of Combs' homes. Monday by federal agents and a recent lawsuit filed by Christian music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, alleging a slew of rumors that emerged last December about Jakes and Combs' relationship continue to endure afresh online Wednesday, days after federal agents with Homeland Security investigations raided Combs' homes in California and Florida, and as part of a ex-trafficking investigation. In his 98-page lawsuit filed in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York that was amended this week, Jones alleged that he was actually harassed and by Combs while he lived and worked with Combs from September 2022 to November 2023. The lawsuit also names defendants actor Cuba Gooding Jr., which we're going to get into him too, Combs' adult son Justin, we're going to get into him too, and his chief of staff Christina Karam. Universal Music Group CEO Sir Lucian Grange, I hope I'm saying that right, if not, oh well, later, and former Motown Records CEO Ethiopia. Jakes is not named as a defendant, but is mentioned once in the civil lawsuit. Jones claims he recorded hours of video and audio of Combs, his staff, and others engaging in illegal activity, including use, pop-howling, and crimes. Among the recordings he allegedly made, Jones lists one of Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact on his public image of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. Okay, it says, okay, right here. Right here, the actual lawsuit says right here, Mr. Combs detailing how he planned leverage his relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact on his public image of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, the lawsuit notes. So, yeah, we don't want to care about none of that. Now, with Diddy using I'm a pony, Jakes, and I'm a girl, to soften the blow is simple. He could use TD Jakes because TD Jakes is guilty. Absolutely. Cassie states in her lawsuit how there were times to where Diddy had put his hands on her and whatnot, and Bishop TD Jakes would counsel them. Diddy would send Bishop TD Jakes to kind of what Lil Rod is referring to in his lawsuit as well, to convince Cassie to come back to him. Absolutely. Times to where he will put his hands on her and stuff like that. She would talk to him on the phone, in person. Absolutely. So at this point, Bishop TD Jakes owes Diddy. It's like, yeah, you owe me because I canceled that lawsuit for us. Because if that lawsuit would have, went through, and it would have went to trial, they would, of course, brought, because again, when you're doing a lawsuit, until it goes into court, you don't have to put stuff into like what they call it is discovery. When it goes into discovery, that's when you put in all, like right now, with Lil Rod, it's about to go into discovery if it already isn't in discovery, to where you are submitting all of the things that you have as proof to prove your case, right? So it never got there with Cassie. So there's a ton of information that we didn't get because he hurried up and got rid of this lawsuit as soon as he could, right away. He wasted no time because of how big this could actually get. Why would Kim Porter have truly passed away of natural causes? Cassie's lawsuit has destroyed him with the tell-all book that she had ready to go and all of that stuff. Imagine the impact if God rest her soul, if Kim Porter was alive and she submitted a lawsuit. Imagine. It would be over. Over. So Kim meant more to him gone than alive. This wasn't because he never let Kim go. She passed away in his home, the home he bought. He never let her go. She was a caged bird. A caged bird is what Kim was. It was way more dire that he kept tabs and control over Kim than Cassie. And remember, he did not let Cassie go. She escaped. She ran. She hid. She completely stayed off social media, everything. She did not resurface until when Kim Porter died. That is when Cassie resurfaced. At that point in time, majority of the world thought that Cassie and Diddy were still together. Well, most of us had no idea that they were apart. Like, besides little subliminals and songs and stuff like that. Because until she made her relationship public with Alex Fine, we didn't know. No one knew. It was a rumor, but that nobody knew. Most people, they were still together. Diddy and Cassie. We had no idea that the girl was on the run. We had no idea she was running from him. Okay. And yeah. So if he could have kept her back underneath his control, he would have. He just couldn't. That's why he was trying to lure her back, even on stage when he got that award, Young Miami in the audience talking about Poppy, Poppy, Poppy. Talking about Poppy, Poppy, Poppy. And he on the stage talking about some thank you, Cassie, for being there during the dark times. He didn't say nothing about Carisha. He didn't say nothing about his escort that raps. He didn't say nothing about her. He went up there talking about Cassie. And y'all wonder why Carisha never wanted to do Carisha Please. That was a storefront. That was the storefront. That was a storefront. Why y'all think she did that season and ran? She had no intention of doing that show. She never wanted to do it. Never. She never wanted to do that. Diddy just put her to work. That's all. And I'm sure that was because Christina, his assistant director or whatever, chief, I'm sure it's because of her, because she don't like Carisha. Oh, no. She don't like Carisha. So she's like, well, if you're going to be paying her all of this money, put that to work. Make her do a show or something. Like, put her to work. Put her on some tracks or something. Put that to work. And that's what he did. He put her to work. Yeah. Christina Karam, she can truly end Diddy. She's been around for a very long time. So she could truly end Diddy. So it's best that Diddy follows rules and directions when it comes to Christina. Follow her lead. And she's been like spearheading everything. When you hear Diddy's team say, that's her. That's who talking. It's Christina. The same one in the lawsuit. It's her speaking for Diddy. Okay. It's her speaking for him. It very so much is. So hold on, let me say thank y'all. Oh my God, I love you guys. Oh my God, I love you guys. Do the right thing says great reporting, Sean. Thank you so much. Do the right thing, and thank you so much for the super sticker, sweetheart. Oh my God, I love you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much for this sticker. Shout out to Tiffany Heron. Thank you so much, Tiffany. She says, I don't believe Daddy is slow for sending him that video. The guy favor Stevie, and he knew Lil Rod looked up to him. That was his way of baiting. Agreed to a certain extent, because I believe in the video you could clearly see that that is not Stevie J. Lil Rod being a fan of Stevie J means that he knows Stevie J's face well. I'm a huge Aaliyah fan, so if you're gonna put a video of Aaliyah in front of me and saying do this because she's doing it, I'm gonna need to know that it's her. And the thing about it is Lil Rod has hung out with Stevie before, so it's not like he couldn't hit Stevie up and be like, "Hey, Stevie, this you?" So he knew that it wasn't Stevie. He was just using it as a point of reference. Like, hey, this is what Diddy told me. Not him ever like linking it. And then another thing is, I don't even see it as a way of baiting, because there was already certain things going down. Diddy, Lil Rod was very so much complicit with a lot of the behavior that Diddy was doing to him, even the homosexual behavior. He was cool with that too. When it became a problem is when that check didn't clear. That's when it became an issue. So yeah, I don't even think it was baiting. And when I think it was just two lovers laying in a bed. Two lovers laying in a bed, and I'm a girl, reminiscing on the love that they had. It was like, look, they said it's Stevie J. Look, you know, do you think this Stevie J? I think it was a more of like that. I really don't think it was Diddy like looked at Stevie J, because it's clear as day that it's not Stevie J. So yeah, I think that Diddy was just being gay. Shout out to Kelly for being a member to us. She says, would he have court hearings in all 3 states? I think there would be multiple trials. R. Kelly's doing multiple trials. He did a trial, I believe, in I think it started off in like New York, but he's in jail in Illinois, right? I think he did too. So yeah, I would think so. I would think technically, yeah, it would be all 3. I would think so. Thank you so much, Kelly. Shout out to Julie for the super sticker. She says, you're my favorite person on YouTube. Oh my God, thank you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Shout out to Cherie as well for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetie. Shout out to Loki for gifting 5 memberships. Oh my God, y'all put some hearts and thank Loki in the chat. Thank you so much. Loki, that was so sweet. Shout out to Raven as well. She says, Lucian Grange is Sophia Richie's father-in-law. Correct. Correct. Very so much. Correct. And I'm a girl. Thank y'all so much for all the super stickers and all the level of it, guys. So let's keep going. Let's get into, why not, the lawsuit with Cuban Gooding Jr. and, you know, all of that stuff. Let's read the article some. Yeah, so I know which ones to go to because it's a lot. Okay, so let's pull up this first. Where is it? Yeah, let's pull this up first. Meanwhile, in June 2023, Cuba Gooding settled a civil SA case just before trial. He was accused of R-wording a woman in New York City hotel 10 years prior. The law enforcement officials tell KTLA 5 that they have not arrested Combs after raiding the homes, which led to the Los Angeles blah, blah, blah. So again, this is his character also right here. Cuban Gooding Jr. sued for SA, battery, and 2 lawsuits by former accusers. Cuba Gooding Jr. is facing renewed allegations of SA by 2 women who previously fought criminal charges against the actor. Gooding, 55, was sued by Jasmine Abbey and Kelsey Harbert for SA and battery in 2 separate lawsuits filed Wednesday in the New York Supreme Court, according to court documents obtained by USA Today. So again, this is not out of Cuba's character. He has been accused of these things, sued for them, charges being brought up on him, all type of stuff. So it's not a coincidence that Lil Rod has listed him in the lawsuit as well. So let's start with, let's just start right here. 234. Who's this, Young Miami? Yes. So here's the part about Young Miami and the lawsuit. It's not just her, it's her cousin too. We're going to get into hers as well. But let's read what they said about what Rod said about Young Miami. Okay, let's get into this. So it's the 234 dash. It says, upon information and belief, defendants Lucian Charles Grange, in his capacity as CEO of UMG, authorized Motown Records and Universal Music Group to provide financial resources to defendants Sean Combs and Love Records through wire transfers to defendants. Sean Combs and Love Records accountant Robin Greenhill. Upon information and belief, Miss Greenhill ensued the wiring funds, transfer, or cash payments to ex-workers were completed. Defendant Christina Karam, which is the chief of assistant of Diddy's, through her direct reports, Frankie Santella, Moy Bond, and Brendan Paul would negotiate the fees. Sorry, I just got to catch up. I'm going to thank you in just a second. Negotiate the fees of the ex-workers received and would ensure that the workers are paid in one of the manners detailed above. According to the plaintiff, Jones, defendant Sean Combs bragged about having several women on a monthly stipend. Okay, 7. Okay. According to plaintiff Jones, the women who received these payments are Carisha Romika Brownlee, aka Young Miami, Jade Ramey, aka Jade, and Daphne Joy Sorrentes Navarez, aka Daphne Joy, who are paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combs' ex-workers based on information and belief that received payments via wire transfer from Robin Greenhill. It is unclear if they were provided the appropriate United States federal tax documents for these payments, or if they independently declared these payments on their taxes. Now, here's the thing. What it's saying this, it means that there are receipts. When you give a certain amount of money, it depends on, like, I don't know, like which state, but whatever. The IRS has to be aware. So you can't just give somebody $100,000, right? That's and it's like recorded. And that's why the wire transfers were done to get the money into the accounts. And then the Robin Greenhill, the accountant, would take it out cash and then disperse it between, Young Miami, Jade, and others, so that they could stay off of the IRS's radar. So they're saying here it is they're unsure if there is a report on their taxes of these sums of money that have been given to them, because these are monthly stipends. So monthly they get this. So this is annual income. It's basically like a job at that point, where you're getting paid once a month. There's plenty of people that get paid weekly. There's plenty of people that get paid bi-weekly. There's plenty of people that get paid monthly. Okay. So that income would have to be put into the system. So they would, Carisha, the income that they have proof of, wire transfers, and the wire transfers, this is how Carisha them is popped, because he has audio of payments being paid to these people: Carisha, Daphne, and Jade. Okay. So there's audio of cash payments being given by Robin, which is Diddy's accountant, right? So that's how they're proving where the money's going. So if 100,000 was sent, 200,000, however much was sent, they're basically laundering the money by making it look like it's for something other than what it actually is. So they'll say the money has been transferred for payment for production or equipment, or something like that. And then they'll take it out cash and pay the people that they need to pay and give them, their payments. You still have to report that to the IRS. So just because it's given in cash to where there's no trail, because they're not going to send Carisha. Now, Carisha does have wire transfers. Daphne does have wire transfers, but they're not from Robin. Robin will give the money to other people and have them like Zelle, Cash App, and whatever, the payments. So that's what I'm saying. Like they think they're smart, but it's like it's not smart at the same time, because the IRS is definitely going to be watching these transactions. Okay, so when the transactions are 10 times the allotted amount of reporting, which is usually between 5 and 10K, that when you're given, you have to report it. They're not reporting the $100,000 payments, $30,000 payments, 20,000 here, 50,000 here, 75,000 here, 200,000. They're not reporting any of this stuff. So it's making it look like the taxes that are being charged are coming from the business, when it should be not only coming from the business, but going to the other people that are getting the money. So the IRS is still supposed to be getting their cut. So if I go take $100,000 out of my bank account and I put it into my business or my business account, and then I pay people to do certain things, the IRS still needs to know about those payments. So if I pay an engineer to come in and I pay them $50,000 to come in, it's their job to report that to the IRS that I gave them $50,000. And it's also my job to report on my business expenses and whatnot that I paid an engineer $50,000 to come in. They're not doing that. Instead, they're giving $50,000, $100,000 to these people, but writing something else down. That is for, so now they have to prove that. So when most companies, if I was to say like, oh, well, I gave this company this amount of money, Diddy is like doing it internally. So businesses that his chief of staff owns and stuff like that, they're even putting money into that, and stuff like that, which still has to be reported. It still has to be. So he thinks because he's keeping it internally that no, you're still going to get in trouble. You're still going to get caught. And when I mean keeping it internally, oh, I paid this company $250,000 to do this. That company will just so happen to be owned by his assistant, or just so happen to be owned by Ethiopia, or just so happen to be owned by Lucian, or just so happen to be owned by one of his kids. And I'm a girl. Also, those charter schools that he has, writing things down. Oh, $80,000 so that the kids can do this and whatnot. A lot of the donation checks that he gave them too, like he donated $1 million to the school, the charter school, that he had opened. Now he can use that and say that this is evidence when that $1 million was used for something completely different. But now that $1 million that was taken out of the bank, or the money that equates to $1 million, he can say that this was the donation that we gave. This was going into this charity fund, and it's laundering. It's laundering. You're caught. Like, you are popped. You absolutely are. So they've been they have a lot of people at their door. Not just the Homeland Security is at Diddy's door, the IRS, the FBI, and so many other people, so on and so forth, and in so many different places. Pac was he died in Arizona. He died in Las Vegas. You got the open investigation that's in New York. You got the open investigation that's in Miami or Florida. You got the open investigation that's in California. You also have Arizona, and so on and so forth. So like crazy, right? And Jennifer Lopez, you too. You're not off the hook. You're not off the hook, because they dropped those charges on you because Diddy lied for you. So you're not off the hook either. You absolutely aren't. And I really hope Natanya, that her case brings charges up on Jennifer Lopez too. I do. I hope so. I really do. Based on information and belief, they received payment via wire transfer from Robin. It is unclear if they provided the appropriate United States federal tax documents for these payments, or if they independently declared these payments on their taxes. It is unclear if defendants Lucian Charles Grange, in his capacity as CEO of UMG, Motown Records, and Universal Music Group, requested an audit of defendants Sean Combs and Love Records' financial records to ensure the financial support they provided to defendants Sean Combs and Love Records as part of their general business partnership was not being used to pay Carisha Ramika. Ooh, girl. Ooh, getting so, girl. Carisha Ramika. Ooh, girl. Okay. Alize Jenkins, girl. Brownlee and Jade Ramy and Daphne Joy, Sorrento and the Rivers. And I'm a girl. So he's saying that they need to, that he also don't know if Lucian checked and did an audit on these financial records to make sure these financial records was being used for the partnership, meaning for the record label, and not to pay these sluts. Correct. Correct. This thing I need to check with him too, because as far as we're concerned, he didn't do anything. He didn't even do an audit on Sean Combs or Love Records to make sure that all of these payments that are going out wasn't to pay these ex-workers. It was to be with to whatever partnership that they have, whether it's paying artists or getting A&R, whatever record label, you know, type of situation. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're that. Okay, what's next? So let's get this. So that's Carisha. Who, girl? You might be going to jail, girl. Money laundering, all type of other stuff. Ugg mule. We'll get into the pink stuff the next time. But okay, so where we at? Okay, so we'll be in 280. Okay, let's go to 283. Let's go to 283. What's 283? 283. Damn, that's far. Okay, let's go to 283. 283. And then look at this. Did y'all see this picture? Because they're updating more information as it goes along. This is Brendan. This is Brendan, the mule that just got arrested. He submitted a new pic, Rodney. That's Paul, Brendan Paul, with prescriptions in his hands. And the black bag on his lap. Correct. He's submitting new pictures. I'm telling you, Rodney has a lot of evidence. He has a lot of evidence. So this is a new picture that he submitted about, yeah. And there's a video. See, this is the thing. This is what people ain't realizing. If you look at the photo, can I make it bigger? If you look at the photo, this is, I don't know. Well, let me save it. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, it won't. It just pulls up the whole lawsuit. But anyways, if you look at the bottom, you can see that it's a video. It's not a picture. So again, he's still submitting things. He is still submitting things. So this is a video. This is Brendan Paul, the mule that was just arrested at the Miami airport with Diddy. The mule that they took that had Snow Schnane and marijuana on him when the feds basically grounded Diddy's flight to question him. In the lawsuit, Brendan is named as the mule, and yeah, they popped him. So yeah, girl. Let's go on 283. We're going to 283. Okay, right here. 283. Jane Doe, Miami's cousin, young Miami's cousin. Mr. Jones incorporates by reference all proceedings, paragraphs, and realleges them if set forth fully herein. As described above, Jane Doe 1 frightened and placed plaintiff, which is Rod, in apprehension of harm when she physically and SA'd him on Thanksgiving 2022 in Mr. Combs' home in Miami, Florida. Jane Doe forcibly touched and attempted and or to touch plaintiff's intimate areas or touch plaintiff with her own intimate body parts. Jane Doe 1 used her mouth and performed, you know, while Mr. Jones was outside of the work. Wait, okay. Hold on. Ooh, girl. And performed on plaintiff while he was urinating in the restroom. Miami did say she like golden showers. Girl. That's what look. This is what Lil Ross said. He said while he was urinating, she came and put her head down there and just, Jane Doe used her mouth. Okay. The plaintiff fought her off while Mr. Combs and his associates sat outside loudly laughing. Jane Doe 1 then followed Mr. Jones outside of the restroom and began undressing in front of Mr. Combs and his associates. Straddled Mr. Jones and attempted to force course with him. As a result of Jane Doe 1's conduct, plaintiff has suffered and continues to suffer harm, including physical injuries, severe emotional distress, humiliation, anxiety, and other consequential damages, for which he is entitled an award of monetary damages and other relief. Wow. The conduct of Jane Doe 1 described above was willful, wanton, and malicious. At all relevant times, Jane Doe 1 acted with conscious disregard for plaintiff's rights and feelings and acted with the knowledge of or with reckless disregard for the fact that her conduct was certain to cause injury and or humiliation to plaintiff and intended to cause fear, physical injury, and or pain and suffering to plaintiff. By virtue of the foregoing, plaintiff is entitled to recover punitive damages. So he said that because he got into a little bit of the detail in the beginning of the lawsuit about what Young Miami's cousin did to him, but he wasn't like really going into like detail. He was just saying that it happened on Thanksgiving and whatnot, and said that she was touching him inappropriately. He didn't go that far to say that basically he urinated in her mouth. Like he didn't go that far to say that, you know, he streamed in her mouth, girl. Like he didn't go that far. So again, it's being amended, the lawsuit, because he keeps entering things, evidence as they go through. Because I'm sure he has a lot of evidence. He has hundreds of hours. So yeah, so I'm sure it's a lot. What was next? Okay, so 283. Now we need to go to 293, which is right here. So this is about Cuba Gooding Jr. Mr. Jones incorporates by reference all proceedings paragraphs and realleges them as if set forth fully herein. Here, Mr. Jones was FA'd by Cuban Gooding Jr. on a yacht rented by Mr. Combs in the Virgin Islands in January 2023. Mr. Combs was present while Cuba Gooding Jr. was Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones was legally on the premises as a guest and invitee of Mr. Combs. Cuban Gooding Jr. was legally on the premises as a guest and invitee of Mr. Combs, so both of them were invited. Mr. Combs owned, though renting, the premises and had dominion and control over the premises where Mr. Jones was harmed. So he's saying that, look at here, he owned the boat, I guess, but was renting like the area, I guess. And it was like, he could have gotten rid of him. He could have made him leave. He could have made him exit at any point in time. He chose not to. And I'm a girl. Is what that is saying. Control action. Okay. As the owner of the property, Mr. Combs had a duty to protect Mr. Jones from the harm he suffered at the hands of Cuban Gooding Jr. Mr. Combs breached his duty when he failed to stop Cuban Gooding Jr. from SAing Mr. Jones. In furtherance of this breach, Mr. Combs encouraged Cuban Gooding Jr. to continue the on Mr. Jones when he said that Cuban Gooding Jr. should privately get to know Mr. Jones better. Okay, so Diddy told him, go take him on in there and do what you want to do with him. Yeah, go take Rod in that room. Go ahead. Have your way. Have your way. He's all yours. He belongs to you. He's property. As a result of Mr. Combs' breach of his duty, Mr. Jones had suffered and continued to suffer harm, including severe emotional distress, anxiety, and consequential damages, for which he is entitled an award monetary damages and other relief. Mr. Combs' conduct described above was willful, wanton, and malicious. As all relevant times, Mr. Combs acted with conscious disregard for plaintiff's rights and feelings, acted with the knowledge or with reckless disregard for the fact that his conduct was certain to cause injury to the plaintiff and intended to cause fear, physical injury, and or pain and suffering to plaintiff. By virtue of the foregoing, plaintiff is entitled to recover punitive damages. Absolutely. Okay, let's get into Justin Combs before we get out of here. Is this right here? So this is against defendants Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina, and Combs Global. So let's get right here. Defendants Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina. So y'all know we talking about them. That's what that word. Now let's get into 300. Among other things, defendant Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina Karam, and Combs Global knowingly and intentionally recruited, enticed, provided, obtained, advised, and solicited by various means Mr. Jones, as well as other class members, knowing that defendant Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina Karam, and Combs Global will use means of force, threats of force, fraud, coercion, and a combination of such means to cause Mr. Jones, as well as others, some of who were under the age of 17, to engage in commercial acts. Girl, he said all of them. All of them. He said Diddy did, Justin did, Christina did, Combs go, all of them, and I'm a girl. All of them. Defendants, Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina Karam, and Combs Global and its employees had actual knowledge that they were perpetrating and facilitating Mr. Combs' abuse and actual affect conspiracy to recruit, solicit, entice, coerce, harbor, transport, obtain, and provide Mr. Jones, as well as others who were under the age of 17, into commercial acts through the means of force, fraud, of process, and coercion. This right here lets us know okay, they're trying to take me out. They're trying to take me out. Hold on, I don't know. But they're reporting this, y'all. They trying to take us out. They trying to take us out, y'all. They don't like this. They don't like this. They don't like this. They don't like this. They trying to take us out. They is trying to take us out, y'all. That was not me. I'm just sitting here chilling. I didn't touch nothing. Nothing. They is trying to take us out. They trying to take us out. They trying to take us out. They trying to take us out. Shout out to Sheree. Did I say thank you for the super second? Thank you so much, sweetheart. Shout out to Raven. Thank you so much. Yeah, I said to you. Shout out to G Dubs for becoming a member, and shout out to Tasha Sherry. She says, "Love you, Sean. Keep the amazing content coming. Tip the host, please." Oh my God, I love the girl. Yay, they trying to come for us, y'all. What I was saying before I was really interrupted is that this is proof that hold on. Shout out to Tamika. Twice for the cash ups. Thank you so much, Tamika. You're so sweet. Thank you. Oh my God, I love you. Thank you so much. So they want it. Well, not they. He's trying to hop over the fact that he was doing stuff with people under the age of 17 too, because he said that he did it as well, but because he was threatened to, basically, by coercion and all type of other stuff, violence and financial, if you don't, do da. Yeah. Lil Ryder's trying to sweep under the rug. I only, did stuff with, people under the age of 17 because Diddy told me to. I was scared. Because he's admitting it right there in the lawsuit. We're going to pick up from there in the next show. But he's admitting it in the lawsuit that he was doing stuff with minors. This is how he has proof. I have proof and receipts that there were people underage there because I was with them too. Is what he's saying in the lawsuit. I have proof that they weren't of age. Look and see. Here you go. I have proof. And I'm a girl. Shout out to Giselle. She said, thanks for the great content with facts. Love you, Sean. I love you too, Giselle. I love you, sweetheart. Oh my God, I love you, girl. I love you, girl. Yes, with proof. So he's admitting it. Like, yeah, I did too. Oh, I love you, Tiffany. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I love you. And I'm a girl. So yeah, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. He's proving the thing. This is why I feel like they really did the raid. Why, you know, where they're like, well, okay, we really need to go get this evidence. Because like he has some really compelling evidence here. So let's go, you know. Girl, let's go get him. Let's go get it. And then my girl, let's go get it before it's dawn so we can lock him down and throw away the key. And then my girl. So I love you guys. I have to get out of here. I have some stuff to go and do, but we will be live later on Coffee. So make sure you guys come join us tonight on Coffee. We will be over there. I love you guys. And until the next show, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing. We're at 29K, quickly approaching 130K. Thank you guys so much. All of the continuous support and the views and the liking the video and all of that stuff. I just love you guys so much. So I love you guys. So we will be back. I don't know. You know what? I might come back tonight on YouTube too. I might come back for like an hour. If I do come in, only before like an hour because I love you guys. But if not, we'll definitely be live tomorrow. Okay? I love you guys. And until the next show, I love you too, Cammie. I love you, Cammie. I love you, Cammie. I love you guys. I will see y'all on the next live. Until then.